The second to last section we'll be creating will be our blog section, as seen here. So essentially with blogging, there's tons and tons you can do, and there are lots of ways you can spruce up your blog, and honestly, I could give a whole training about that. But I just wanted to give you a basic introduction so that you can get started blogging. I recommend that if you're going to have a blog section on your website, to at least have 2 posts written. And a good post size, I mean, it depends on you, but I think 250 to 500 words is a good size for a blog post, at least 250 to 500 words. So, first thing we're going to do, I'm going to pull up the blog here, the website, is you're going to want to create your blog posts first. So, go over here to New, Post. So if you ever want to make a blog post, it's really simple. Just go to New and Post. Let's see, what did I have? What does this title for this? New photos now available. And for this one, I just have a bunch of dummy text I'm going to use. So you'd write your blog post, you'd write it all in here. I just copied a bunch of Lorem Ipsum text. Woohoo. Okay, so let's say you write your blog post. The next thing you're going to do is set a featured image if you have an image you want to use for your blog post. Since this is about headshots, I'll just use one of the headshots. That one's huge. Use a smaller one. Okay. Great. So now I have my featured image. And you can come over here, you can add categories if you want to basically be able to sort your blog post. So let's say for this category, this is a category about photos. So go my photos category. And you have your different formats here. If you're actually adding a video or audio or a quote, you want to add pictures or a link. But if you just have standard, like I do, I just have text. Now with this type of site, right now, the layout, let me show you what the layout looks like with the right sidebar up. The layout will look like this. You'll have the picture and you'll have the sidebar here. Now with the style that we're using for the website, I think having the sidebar looks really weird since we already have this over here. And I think we should have our content just front and center. So I'm going to go back to Edit Post. If you want a sidebar, you of course can. I personally think it looks better without it. So I'm going to go to full width, update. And now I have my full width blog post. So I'm going to go ahead and create one more. On set. And let's set a featured image first. Set, I guess I will just use, I'll just use my logo. Why not? Now obviously you'll have better pictures than what I have. If you have a picture, like if you're writing a picture about when you're on set, it's good if you have a picture from the project you used. Okay, once again, say I wrote my blog post in there. And I want this to be full width again. I don't want to have the sidebar. This is my second blog post. I wrote in, this category is about projects. So if you write a blog post about, the shows that you're in or the films that you're filming, it's up to you, whatever categories you want to use, or you don't have to use them at all. Okay, so I finished writing my blog post. Hit publish. And if we go to view post, and let's say there's my blog post. Great. Now, what we want to do is on our home page, we actually want to add a blogging section underneath the resume. So we're going to do that. We're going to go to Edit Page. Once again, create a new module. First section again, text section saying blog. B-L-O-G, blog right there. All right. And now I'm going to add a blogging module. Do it full width. Scroll. Man. And the blogging module down here at the bottom. Click that. Now there are two different layouts. Full width I don't think looks as good as the grid does, so we use the grid. And as you can see with this, I think it's good just to display two blog posts at once. I think it looks nice, and that way, like, just to even have a blog on your site, you only need two. And you could have, of course, add more. So I'm gonna do two. I want to add all my categories. I want all of them there. Yes, we want to show featured image, show an excerpt. So it's just going to show the first part of your content. Read more. Let's turn that on. You can put, if you want to put your author name on there. I recommend that you don't show the date, because chances are, unless you're a really big blogger, which if you are is awesome, but chances are you're probably going to write pretty sporadically, and you don't want to have a blog post on there that was written like 6 months ago. So if you turn the date off, then no one is the wiser, okay? Leave show categories on if you want, show pagination if you want. I'll just leave all that stuff on. The only thing I'm going to turn off is the don't show the date. Gonna hit save. Once again, we're going to update. And let's see how it turned out. Scroll to the bottom and check out my blog, and there it is. Now with the blog section, so as you can see, we're still in white, and I forgot to change the background color. So the blog section, like I have here, I'm going to turn it to a light gray. So let's go in here, scroll back down to our blog section, change the background color. This color I want is going to be EF, EF, EF. That's the light gray color. Again, change it whatever color you want, but I think this looks good. Update, and now it should be gray again. So what we're doing is we're just making sure each section looks different from the one above it. All right, back down to blog. And so if they want to read more, so if I click read more, it will take me to the blog post I just created. And then I can go back to the home page. And that's how you add a blog into your website.